Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 170 yards.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Oh, so close. Just a short putt remaining here. Now 4 back after that hole. And we find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. I'll tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
That's some good golf right there. Playing from around 150 yards here.
Wind's blowing from left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Let's hope this one gets a good lie because it's heading towards the rough. No green in reg, but a chance to save their par. A par putt awaits. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold. And now at 3 under overall. Let's see what happens here on the 15th. Wow, that was just striped. Second shot here on the 15th. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Well, that's a handy shot. And this putt will take them to 5 under.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
The putt drops, now at 5 under, heading down the stretch.
And they're going to have to really focus in here to try and chase down that leader.
He's currently tied for second.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
We have a par 3 on this one. Opting for the 9-iron. Let's finish with a flurry. It'd be nice to make a move up the leaderboard. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
This would be a good putt to make. Stay close to the leader.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 6 under. He finds himself in a share of the lead. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This breeze just starting to blow, but it's a helpful breeze. It's one that you like. Got to club down a little bit.
Going with the 6-iron here. That's disappointing.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
14 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par here.
Okay, steady now. Putting for bogey. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it?
Well, it's effectively all come down to this. An important shot if they want to force a playoff. Going with the pitching wedge here.
Missed the green, but you're not upset from that lie.
Getting ready to play their third.
Currently a shot off the lead.
Not bad. He played well today. Let's hold this for a 67. That's pretty tidy.
And that'll bring an end to today's proceedings. Well, at the end of the day, there's no W in the event, but does that really matter when you come up against a player of the calibre of Brooke Henderson and beat her, Henny?
No, not at all, Luke. You have just beat a multiple major champion. Nothing matters anymore. Not your mum, not your dad, not your dog or your cat. Nothing matters. Not many people can boast about that. So a great result overall and something to be celebrated.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open. Today's coverage is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with these two. This is a rivalry that could be one for the ages. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement they generate. Second shot here on the first. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
Nice little par putt here.
It's currently tied for 11th. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with a 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. Around 110 yards to go.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
A birdie putt awaits.
Oh, well played. Currently 1 under for the day. The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway.
The third hole at TPC Summerlin has been converted from a par 5 down to a 4, Rich, which makes this second shot much tougher.
Second shot across the ravine to a green that's surrounded by bunkers. Should you find the green in 2, 2 putts from there will be just fine. But watch out, big numbers abound should you start missing this green out to the right.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
That was wonderfully done. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
15 feet out. He's been staring this one down. This for back-to-back birdies.
Just a couple of inches away from finding that one. An opportunity to make a par here.
Currently 1 under for the event. The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4 measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole. Just be accurate on approach.
Not quite sure about the strike on that one. This could be heading towards the rough. That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one.
Hitting it over here in the first place was just awful. I would blame his caddy.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Not a bad play, that one.
Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
Oh, that's too bad. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's Xander Schauffele in first place.
The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. if you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That was a beauty. And this putt to move into a tie for third. Looking really good, this one. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. To the top 5 he goes. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a staking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. And he's down there.
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
A quality shot, that.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Not sure if they read that the way they were expecting.
Downhill putt, and certainly was robbed on that effort.
The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie.
Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees.
Time for the second shot here at the 7th.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Oh, a 9-foot chance here. Ooh. Putting for par. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Just one off the lead after that hole. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3, playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Going with the hybrid. Oh no, is that heading towards the bunker? He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Well, he tried to fade it in there, but just didn't commit to it.
Okay, so that's step one, but now got to hold a mid-range putt.
And a par putt awaits him.
That was a gallant attempt.
Tapping in for a bogey there.
Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. The ninth at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in two.
Two big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
Well, this would be a good putt to make to move into the top 5. Oh, just missed. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And this putt is to move into the top 5. And as we step onto the 10th tee, Rich, always good to look back at the 9 holes just played.
2 down, 9 to go. I gotta say, I like this player's chances.
Bit disappointing, that one. Second shot here at the 10th. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
Playing within their comfort zone there.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
That's disappointing.
That will drive you bats.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green.
Oh, that one's ricocheted right off the tree.
That's an awful error. As we test ourselves here in the closing 9 at TPC Summerlin, what's the second shot into 11 like?
It's a very unfriendly second shot. This green sits above the fairway a good 4 to 5 feet. If you hit it long, you've got no hope of getting it up and down. A very scary shot, to say the least. If you walk away from a par here, happy days.
That's not what they were looking for.
And coming up well short.
Yeah, that one will play. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Oh, that's frustrating. That hole's done. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Playing from 110 yards out. Just 3 back from the leader.
Oh, I guess they're seeing something I'm not. They're going with less club here. Interesting.
Wow, what happened there?
One of the rare misses for this player today, Luke. They've been hitting a lot of greens today.
11 feet left to the hole.
This one to save par.
Just didn't drop. Just can't seem to get off the bogey train here, Rich.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number, because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
Surely it's going to.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Lining up the birdie putt here. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Choosing the 9-iron here.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt.
This putt is of 9 feet.
He's got this for his par.
That gets the job done. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Well played, mate. Second shot here on the 15th. Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Great touch.
He finds himself in a share of 8th.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Oh, that is bombed. The 16th hole at TPC Summerlin is the final par 5 on the course, Rich, and one that players can reach into.
Obviously, no hope leaving it short with your second shot in the water at 16. So most players bailing out, hitting it just over this green. If they draw a decent lie, they can chip it close, make birdie. However, not so easy. There's a couple of low areas and greenside bunkers to deal with long of this green.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. This putt is for a share of 2nd. Okay, steady now. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Currently at -3 for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 measuring just under 200 yards from the tips. The green shapes hard right to left towards that water hazard. Make sure you're clever at shaping your ball or don't take on any hole location that's tucked in near to the water.
Put the indicator on and it's taking a right turn.
From the sand, are they able to get up and down?
Yeah, that's well played. Safely onto the putting surface. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones. Right on 8 feet.
Trying to save par here.
Well, what about that, Rich? A great display of resilience.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee. Great recovery.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. Needs to make a move soon. That's tidy. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Going with the 8-iron here. Oh, this would be handy if we could bounce right. Yeah, nicely played.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Ooh, right by the hole. And that should secure the par on this one. The putt drops, and this player is finished for the day. You know, Rich, I always love it when players start putting results like this on the board. It says they're in form. Something big might be around the corner.
Just solid playing all week long. Great finish.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
We're at the Champions Invitational. Today's coverage is about to start.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Thank you, Luke. What a lovely introduction and what a lovely day. I'm very much looking forward to strolling the fairways alongside these two players. They have been at each other, let me tell you. There's been a little bit of banter on social media back and forth in the lead up to this match. They have a bone to pick. They have a bee in their bonnet, and it's all going to be settled out on this golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event.
well struck. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 145 yards. The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
11 feet to the cup. If it's up, it could be in. Oh, so close. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. Second shot on the second. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and getting rewarded for it.
And that's a long-range bomb, and rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder.
Currently 2 under for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole. That's heading for the fairway. Time for the second shot into the 3rd.
That dog will hunt.
Putting for birdie.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
That's inside the range. He's currently in a share of top spot.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Here we are at Echo Park Golf Club, the 4th hole, and it's a big brute of a par 4.
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see two massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, this is straight back into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Opting for the 9-iron. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
Now leading by 1 shot. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. Opting for the 6-iron.
This one headed left in a hurry.
And from the bunker here. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Ooh. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field.